Hey now, welcome back to another episode of Under the Influence Podcast.
Episode 195.
195.
195.
As always, I'm Big Cass.
And I'm that guy PM.
And we are here.
And not there.
Bingo. Exactly. But we are here.
But we are definitely here.
We hope y'all enjoy that.
Wherever you are now.
Wherever you are.
In YouTube land. Wherever you watch this after.
Hope y'all enjoy that shit. How you doing tonight, brother?
I am all right. I am. Yeah. I am.
Nah, I can dig it. That's how I am too.
I am. It's a new chapter.
I got my trusty Stanley, so I'm doing just fine.
That is not a Stanley.
That is a Stanley.
That is an Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
It's a big ass fucking cup.
My daughter bought me
That's
this.
a weight.
My daughter bought it for me. She wanted the biggest Stanley.
The table's leaning now.
When she said, Dad, I'm gonna get you a Stanley. I said, all right. And when it came, she gave me that box. I opened it up. I said, oh, this is perfect. She said, I thought so.
That is a chalice.
She had caught me around here. She had a pink one. And she was catching me around the house, drinking out of the pink one, doing when nobody was looking. And she was like, all right, Dad, that's not going to do it. That's not okay. That's not okay. Oh, man. You got any RIPs?
No.
I got one. RP to Young Noble.
Oh, shoot. I forgot about that.
Of the Outlaws. Dead at the age of 47. Unfortunately, he self-transitioned on July 4th.
Wow.
Yeah. He had been battling.
Bang.
His wife said he had been battling real bad depression for a really long time.
Okay.
And
wasn't he the last outlaw left?
I think there's still one left, isn't there?
Laylo? Or Laylo gone too?
I think Laylo's the one that's gone.
Okay. Oh, there's three of them.
Yeah.
There's three of them. I thought it was just two.
No, that's all that was left was two. Yeah, so he was in Georgia. So he went to the bottom of a swimming pool, an empty swimming pool, and knocked his noodles out in his backyard.
That's different.
Yeah. Early in the AM too.
And that nigga, he made sure.
Yeah.
Basically, like, if I survive, got the water.
Yeah. So yeah, he rest in peace, Young Noble.
Rest in peace. I didn't know it was like that.
Yeah, man. They say he's been battling with depression for a really long time.
That's crazy.
Like severe depression. But, rest easy, sir.
Yes, sir. Man.
Rest easy. Alright, now we got that out the way. What we kicking it off with, brother?
We can kick it off with the new laws that came into effect as of July 1st.
Yeah, I heard it was some new joints going around.
Yeah, this one ain't here though, but I think it should be here. It's the new popcorn law.
Popcorn law?
Popcorn like
vegetables.
Popcorn.
Talking about vegetables?
Like corn videos.
Oh!
Yeah, popcorn videos.
Oh, I thought what else they done did? They already took Cornhub.
Well, no. This one's actually kind of cool.
Okay.
It says a new corn law goes and hits July 1st with a $5,000 fee and 2 years in prison for anyone breaking the rules online. It says there was a bill defining visual representation went into effect on July 1st. It said the new legislation, this happened in Maryland, strengthens an already existing rule that protects victims of revenge porn. Said people targeted in revenge porn are now allowed to take civil action against the criminals responsible for the Sick Act.
Okay.
Of course, it explains what it is, and then it says, now the new law says the visual representation includes computer-generated images that could pass as the real person, so no AI shit.
Okay.
Knowingly spreading non-consensual images, including deepfakes, will now be just as punishable as sharing the real thing.
Okay.
The bill also allows victims to sue offenders for civil damages, including attorney's fees over the violation. It says victims can sue the person who sent out the gross materials for defamation or invasion of privacy. It says anyone who breaks the law is guilty of a misdemeanor, which is punishable by a fine of $5,000 and up to 2 years of jail time. And that's as far as I'm going to take it with that article.
Yeah, that's cool though, cause
No, that is cool.
it's been there's a bunch of celebrities that they be doing that too. I remember they did it to Rihanna.
Oh yeah,
They defaked her face on like a body that looks similar to hers.
I can see that. I can see that.
They almost would have got away with it if it would. Rihanna got some pretty distinctive tattoos,
Oh,
and the
okay.
girl didn't have the tattoos because like it made its rounds, and for a second I was like, wow. I was like, that's not. Wait a minute. Like,
She just happened to look like her.
yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah.
So is that a deep fake or that's somebody actually being the real person that just
No,
depicted at her?
they put the girl had like the physical makeup, but they put Rihanna's face on there with the deep fake shit. They got to start doing stuff like that with all this.
AI.
That take me right into this one right here. Good old YouTube.
What happened?
Starting July 15th, YouTube will only pay creators who use their real voice and produce original content.
That makes sense.
The following will not be eligible for monetization: reused or repurposed videos,
Like reaction videos.
copied content, low effort uploads, and fully AI generated videos.
What's the low effort upload?
Uh,
Never heard that one. That's different.
when people take like the rain sound
Oh,
and make 2-hour videos of it.
I get it. They just copy and paste it all the way
Yeah.
through. Or they make 11-hour videos out of it.
Yeah, because he was making a killing with them for a while.
Yeah, that's like the fish.
Yeah, yeah.
Fireplaces.
Yeah, because I throw on the fireplace one from time to time and just
Just sit back and chill.
yeah.
I know what you mean.
But I knew something like this was coming because
Why wouldn't it though?
well, no, because over the last maybe 2 months, when I go to upload the pod, it is asking us, is there any AI in the video?
Oh yeah, it's been doing that on a lot of shit too. But I see what you're saying.
Yeah, you gotta tell it, say yes or no, and then if you tell it no, and then they fire the AI, they'll do something, they'll flag it or something, or
Well, I thought it just because like people were getting paid off of other people's creativity.
well, yeah, that too.
You know what I mean? Like they were talking about the eviction process. I watched that shit from the dude in Memphis, Mr. O'Neal.
Okay.
And I used to watch his original stuff, but then I started watching people react to it because I want to see if motherfuckers are saying the same thing I'm saying, other than in the comments.
Yeah.
And like the reaction people have been actually having people saying like, "Yo, you cheating? You using his whole whatever." But there is a clause that says that you can react. But now with this happening on the 15th, that makes it even better because those people are getting paid off of somebody else's
Yeah,
shit.
and what they're gonna have to do, because like I said, when we go to upload, I can turn on if people can
Oh, use.
use our video.
That's what you're saying.
So that way, if they do use it, it would still be connected back to us instead of it just being gone and them doing whatever they want with it.
Right. And usually what people do out of common courtesy, they put a link where they got it from. That's what I see a lot of people do anyway, but
A lot, but some people don't.
some people don't.
They
a
just
lot
be
of people
stealing.
don't.
It's like they be doing it too.
And those fake voiceovers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like if it's not your real voice.
They
I hate
be
that
doing that,
computerized shit.
But they've been doing that on TikTok too.
Yeah, I know.
It's this white boy that I like on their Sing Kwame or something like that. White boy, red hair white boy, man, make some that boy got some soul in him. His music sound like I like 80s music. Like his music sounds like some 80s soul.
Okay.
But
George Michael.
yeah. But Moses be taking his videos, his audio, and lip syncing that shit perfectly. And since his page isn't super big, Moses be thinking it's them singing that song, and they don't tag him in the thing.
That's terrible.
Now, luckily, he had a song here lately that went really viral. So now every time people been doing that motherfuckers in the comments like, hey, tag him, give him his credit. So now I've been seeing him get his credit for the audio and people tagging his page.
Yeah, that's dope.
But before they wasn't, because they was just
going.
going.
They ain't trying to help.
Yeah.
That's what the sad part about it, man. You're supposed to be able to help other motherfuckers, especially with their creativities. If you didn't create it, how can you feel entitled to it?
Yeah, dude just a talented white boy, man. He write, sing, play all the instruments, and he just be in his apartment with the phone on, singing his songs. Like, and he got music like on the DSPs and shit. I be listening to it, right?
That's what's up.
But he finally had something go viral, so his page got the traction.
Right.
But now everybody's like, wait a minute, that ain't you singing, dude. That's the white boy. Like,
yeah, I found a group of I don't know if you call them cowgirls or country singers or whatever, but they're black cowgirls, black country singers. And they're young and stuff, but they got some cool little creations that they coming out with.
Okay.
And they starting to get a lot of traction now. They call it the Boykins. They're pretty cool.
Okay. Yeah,
it don't even sound like extra country. It sounds like it ain't like a perfect mix of hip hop and country, but you can hear like it's a fusion. You know what I'm saying?
Like your boy, like Shabuzi.
Who was that?
The black country nigga that did the everybody in the club get tipsy. He kind of.
Oh, he twisted it.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Not like that though, but they.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's like they got their own original shit.
They awesome. I think didn't Beyonce have them on her last album, on the Cowboy Carter album?
I'm not sure.
Because I know she reached out and had a lot of different like black country artists on the album.
That's dope. I didn't know that. So yeah, I don't know if they are or not. They don't talk about it, so you know.
I know a few of them was on there. She had a lot of them on there because they were trying to act like that. Her album wasn't a country album,
right?
And they like, nigga, how is it not a country album? Every artist on there is a country artist. She from the South,
right? She
grew up listening to and singing country music,
going to rodeos.
Yeah, she from goddamn Houston. Of course she is.
I went to rodeos. I went to one here.
For real?
Mm-hmm. Down at this show my age, Market Square Arena. Nigga.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. Motherfucker had three. It's been blown up and had 3 names for different names.
Yeah.
Shit.
Market Square Arena. Sheesh. Sheesh. That was before it was wasn't it the RCA Dome after that? Or was it a different place?
That was a different place.
What
that
was
the
it
Hoosier Dome.
The Hoosier Dome.
It was the Hoosier Dome. Then they turned it to RCA Dome. Then they smashed that down. Now we got Lucas Oil.
Yeah.
Yes,
Market Square Arena was before
where the place was paid.
Yeah, before they built Conseco at the time. Before they built the field house.
Yep, because they had to smash that down.
Yep.
It's been a minute.
All right. Well, it's your turn, ain't it?
My turn? Well, I got a fun fact one. Big Red. Did you ever drink Big Red?
The Pops?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What flavor did you think Big Red was?
Red. I never quite knew. They had Big Blue too.
Yeah.
And it just tasted like blue.
Like you didn't give it no thought or nothing?
It wasn't cherry. It wasn't strawberry.
I just compared it to like a red cream soda. It just wasn't it wasn't as creamy.
That sounds crazy.
You know what I'm saying? But it says
because they used to be my shit. Bars was the who made the cream soda.
Bars, yeah. It says a woman discovered that the Big Red's flavor isn't just bubblegum, strawberry, or even red.
See, I wasn't tripping.
It says Marissa, a social media influencer and mother from Lubbock, wherever the hell that is, might be Texas, shared how Big Red's flavor profile is a combination of orange, lemon, and vanilla.
Huh.
Ain't that weird?
Yeah, it's just weird to me.
It says Big Red is one of the popular soda brands from Waco, Texas, so it had to be Lubbock, Texas. Yeah. It was created in 1937, didn't know it was that old, by 3 men, and it was named Sun Tang Red Cream Soda. Harold Jansen, the president of a bottling plant in San Antonio, heard some golf caddies refer to the drink as Big Red. As a result, it was renamed, and the soda is one of the only red cream drinks in the U.S. But that's crazy. And why is everybody getting names for drinks from fucking golfers?
I don't know.
Big Red, and then you got
Harold Palmer.
Arnold Palmer.
Arnold Palmer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Arnie's. I love me Arnold Palmer.
Oh, they're good.
Yeah, I love me Arnold Palmer. All right. We got to talk about the Diddy verdict.
The Diddy verdict.
Yeah.
Go
The
ahead.
Diddler. Did you hear it?
I am not up to. I just heard. What did I hear last? Only thing was sticking was some, like the sexual
Yeah.
jobs or some shit like that.
All right. So Diddy got found guilty of transportation to exchange and prostitution,
Yeah.
but not guilty on sex trafficking and not guilty on racketeering conspiracy. So
Okay.
not guilty on the RICO, not guilty on sex trafficking. He basically got found guilty for buying pussy. And they say like he got found guilty on 2 counts of buying pussy. And they say that they can carry up to 10 years.
Damn.
But it won't because there's laws for first time offenders.
Right.
So when
It's definitely a first time for this shit.
yeah, and with him already, he's not going to sentencing till October 3rd, which will put him in custody for a calendar year. So he'll probably get out right about then with some probation and some other shit and some So yeah, he essentially beat the feds, man.
That's what's up. This is nothing. Big ass humiliation ritual.
Yeah, he essentially beat the feds.
Humiliate this nigga. Take him for as much money as we can.
The official, because when it was all said and done, he was looking at 5 different counts. So count 1, racketeering, not guilty. Count 2, trafficking of Cassie, not guilty. Count 3, trafficking to exchange and prostitution related to Cassie, guilty. Count 4, trafficking of Jane Doe, not guilty. Count 5, trafficking to engage in prostitution related to Jane Doe, guilty.
Wow.
So basically, he got found guilty for buying vagina. Yep. So
Yeah, big ass humiliation ritual.
I tell you whose price tag went through the roof.
Who?
I don't remember buddy's name, but the same lawyer that just got Diddy off of that RICO was Young Thug's lawyer.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Buddy done smacked 2 RICOs.
So he's the new
Johnny
Cochran.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up.
His price tag done went through the goddamn roof.
Shit.
It was already through the roof.
You better go holler at Joe Exotic.
Joe Exotic ain't got that kind of money. Not for what? Not for that.
Hey, if you start selling them butthole prints. Instead of hanging them up in his cell.
I forgot all about the butthole prints.
This is pure authentic boy.
This is boy. 100% authentic.
Do you see the lines in between?
And he got a cherish because they deported buddy.
Yeah.
The second he got out the joint, they
That's what I
deported
said.
him.
He's out the country now, so the price done went
The
up.
price done went up for that butthole.
All you gotta do is hand that lawyer one paper.
For that booty stamp.
This is prison butt. Yeah, this is worth a lot.
Booty stamp.
Now, pardon me. Let me out. Get me out. Come on.
So they,
Fuck Carol Baskins.
man. And now, and see, they gave Cassie immunity. She should have damn near been found guilty for that shit too. She was the one picking the prostitutes and paying them.
Oh shit.
But they gave her immunity to testify against that nigga. So she ain't gonna get no trouble. Like you said, one big ass humiliation ritual.
Humiliation ritual. Everybody's nasty. I'm just glad they didn't find no kids.
I told you, I think I said it on the pod last time we talked
Yeah.
about it. Once I found out wasn't no kids,
uninteresting.
But I am okay. I
Nasty
was paying
motherfucker.
attention because I didn't want him to go to jail forever for being nasty. That just sounded
Right.
crazy to me.
It does.
And I had never heard of a one man RICO before. Because a RICO insinuates that there is a crime organization.
You're right.
And if you just one nigga doing some shit, that's
RICO
not a crime organization.
I hate to say it, but the RICO should have been towards the shit with R. Kelly, as far as the parents.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. They're supposed to be. If they would have prosecuted other motherfuckers that Diddy was rotating with, like the nigga that was carrying the drugs for him, the Cassie for buying the prostitutes, and any other thing. Then
What about that nigga that went on Jaguar White? What's his name? He was always with Diddy.
The lawyer?
No, he was like a bodyguard or some shit.
Gene Deal.
That's his name?
He's a whole ass nigga.
You think he flipped? Or did he flip?
No, they ain't even bring his ass in there. That's what DJ Vlad, as much as I don't like him, that's what he was on. He was on Pierce Bronson or whatever dude's name the show is, and that
Pierce Bronson,
that crooked ass lawyer Tony Bugsby was on there, the one that Jay-Z's going after for trying to say that he was trying to sue Jay-Z. Yeah. And that's what Vlad was saying. Vlad was like, man, because dude was on there. And Vlad was like, man, everything you doing is bogus and trash. He said, and the reason I know that is because you got over 200 lawsuits in on Diddy right now, and the feds didn't use not a single person that's suing him, one of your clients, as a witness.
Wow.
They didn't even attempt to, because they know everything you got going on bogus. The dude like, no. He like, man, they were scrambling to lock that man up. If you had anything legitimate, they would have
used it.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I was thinking that the whole time, like, where's this dude that was claiming all this and saying all that?
Yeah.
In Jaguar Right too?
Yeah. Well, and because dude's full of shit.
He just wanted to get out there and be publicized.
He been talking crazy for a long time. It just started getting traction because the case actually happened. And I think he's one of them niggas that's, 25% fact, 75% bullshit. I just think he one of them niggas that got fired and he mad about it. And he know a little bit, but he embellishes a lot.
He put in his 2-week notice and they fired him on the spot.
One of them niggas. But you know how, because if you might have seen me do this much, you can come up with shit in your own mind. Yeah.
Speculation.
Yeah. That's why ain't nothing. And they was asking him the other day, a little interview, if he was scared now. That's what because they tried to ask for bond again for Diddy, because a lot of times when you get convicted, they'll let you go home, they'll let you bond out until to get your affairs in order until the conviction date.
Right.
But they put forth such he's still a danger to everybody, and they decided to keep him locked up, and he go to sentencing October 3rd. Because they tried to propose like another $1 or $2 or $3 million bond just for him to be out.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing but 10%.
Yeah. They ain't want to do it. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But a lot of times when you get convicted, or if you say it's just a mistrial, you want up for appeal,
right?
And shit like that, they'll let you bond out. Remember, that's how
NBA Youngboy, not NBA Youngboy. What's his name?
Shit, that's our buddy from the 70s show that just got life.
Danny Masterson?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was out for a minute.
Yeah, he was out on bond while he was appealing that shit for 6 years.
You're right.
Because he got found guilty, and then he was going through all the appeal process, and the judge let him bond out. So he's out on bond for 6 or 7 years until his appeals ran out, and then they sent his ass to jail forever. Remember the story where dude they went to release him from prison and he wasn't there because they had never locked him up?
Yeah.
That's what happened with him. He got found guilty. They let him bond out to get his affairs in order, and for his appeals.
Yeah.
And when he lost his appeal, they were supposed to go pick him up and send him to prison. Somehow in the system, they never
Not to pick him up.
they never went and picked him up.
That's
So 10 years later, when he was supposed to get released, they went to go release that nigga, and he was never there. He had became a productive member of society. He was a business owner.
You talking about somebody else? I thought you talking about Danny Masterson.
No.
No, I remember that dude. That
The
black
black
dude. Yeah.
He ended up
Because the judge was like, look, dude, you completely turned yourself around.
Yeah, because the judge ended up letting him go.
Yeah. And then it's like time served.
Time served, yeah.
He said, you proven that you were an upright citizen.
Yeah, because I mean, that nigga never got never got so much as a speeding ticket.
Nope. Shit, I wouldn't either if I was him.
He knew that shit was borrowed time, nigga. I'm just gonna live my life the right way. He got married, had
Went to
kids.
church.
He was at church. He was a business owner. He was the whole 9 yards.
That's the first time I seen it happen for somebody like that. Only time, actually.
Man.
But you done with that one?
Yeah.
So we're gonna still talk about rappers and this tragic event.
You
This
want
is
to talk about Mellow Bucks?
no, I'm talking about 4 extra fingers.
Oh. Yeah, nigga. Needs 4 extra fingers.
Rapper loses 2 fingers in fireworks mishap.
Is that what happened? Is that the conclusion?
Yeah.
Because I ain't
Said
been
he
keeping
blew his
up.
hand off, but
Yeah, I know. They were saying his hand, and then Adam 22 was saying it wasn't the whole hand,
Yeah.
but he lost fingers.
it says a rapper and podcast 4 Extra lost part of his hand in a fireworks mishap 4th of July. During the 4th of July celebrations, before he suffered the gruesome injury, 4 Extra posted a video of himself holding fireworks, joking about blowing somebody up.
Yep. He has like some knockoff M80s. They was big as hell.
Yeah, they was big as fuck.
They look like baby dynamite sticks.
Yeah, I wouldn't
And
have
they
held them.
clearly were.
I would have dropped them in those little tubes and let them
Yeah.
pop back up. But it says a video shared on X by No Jumper, the podcast 4 Extra co-host shows the rapper holding 2 colored fireworks. Jokingly, 4 Extra mentions blowing someone up with the dangerous. Man, this fool writes this shit. It says, dead homies, who wants to get blown up
That's
today?
what he said.
Yeah. Stop playing. You see these. I'm throwing them in your house.
Off the back.
I'm blowing them at you.
Yeah, that nigga gets on my motherfucking nerves.
Yeah, he says, who wants to get blown up today? I'm going to blow you up. I'm blowing somebody up off the bat. This nigga just keep repeating it.
That's what he was saying.
Yeah, I know.
I seen the video. I was like, if this nigga don't shut the fuck up.
It says, however, it appears that somebody was 4 Extra himself. No Jumper, just hours after posting the aforementioned video, posted a now censored image of 4 Extra's injuries, saying that he had blown off his hand with a firework. However, hours after the post, Adam 22 revealed that the rapper had only lost 2 fingers. He also shared that that 4 Extra had gone blind momentarily, regaining his vision shortly after.
Yeah, because because Adam 22 was being vague about it when he was talking about it, but he was like, there's other injuries involved. We just hoping and praying that blah, blah, blah. Because I saw the picture, and he was holding his hand. It looked all mangled, and there was clearly a piece of his hand on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
So that's why everybody was saying he blew his whole hand off, because when he was holding, did you see the picture?
No, I didn't see the picture.
When he was holding it, it was so bloody and fucked up, you couldn't see.
What was actually happening?
But there was a piece of his hand over there on the sidewalk.
No, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, nigga, rings and shit was still on the fair. Yeah.
Ugh. That's crazy.
Pardon me.
Bless you.
Thank you.
But
He wear like rings on all 4 fingers.
you want to go into the dark side of that, of what the motherfucker found or was saying, insinuating about why his hand got blown up?
Why?
So you know 607 Unk, right?
Yeah.
All right, so them two, 4 Extra and 607
They
Unk,
just got into it.
just got into it.
Yep.
And 607 Unk was like, look, bro, I ain't scared, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. What they was saying. See, I guess he's from Louisiana, right?
No, he's from St. Louis.
St. Louis. Well, that chalice that he carries around.
Yeah.
They was saying that
Some old dark magic shit.
yeah, some voodoo shit.
And they said that you could see him. I watched the motherfucker do the whole breakdown
Yeah,
on what he did with the chalice
and the bandanas.
when that was happening.
Right. He said, just so happened the dynamites was that color.
Yeah.
And shit and all that. But
Yeah.
I was like, that's a little interesting spin on it.
Buddy's a fucking character. Have you ever listened to him talk?
Who, 607?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But have you ever listened to him sneaky and real shit?
Yeah, all the time.
He really be on some shit.
I just can't take, he's annoying to me.
Yeah.
I can't take that. So when
That's-
I do listen to him, I hear the truth, but it's like he's rubbing me the wrong way.
And I'm almost positive he took the Charleston White route with that bullshit.
Understood.
He know how to make himself get traction,
Right.
but he'll sneak in some real shit,
He always do.
and you'll be like, wait a minute. And then he'll go back to some goofy shit, which is the best way to play it. Play dumb and act like an idiot, and ain't nobody gonna pay attention to what you're saying.
Right.
But he be saying some real shit.
Like I said, I pay attention to him. He's just a little annoying for me. I can't.
Yeah, that's the one. He got famous by claiming he wrote country grammar for Nelly.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's funny.
He said, and they're like, he wrote country grammar for Nelly? He was like, well, not directly. He said, I wrote country grammar for one of the niggas in the St. Lunatics, the cousin,
Okay.
Kiwan, or one of them.
I don't know them niggas.
And he was like, I wrote it for him. And then he gave it to Nelly, but nobody ever paid me. Which, on some lightweight shit, kind of
From
makes
St. Louis,
sense.
yeah.
Well, because if you know the Nelly story, they was trying to be a group.
Yeah, and they needed somebody to come out.
Well, no, when they went to go get a group, the record label was like, we only want him. And so, from what I understand, a lot of the verses that was on the first album
Yeah.
was the other niggas' verses. Like, everybody just kind of pitched in to make this nigga's first album.
Makes sense.
And then that's why the St. Lunatics album came, like, not too far after that. Because that was kind of the deal. If I blow up, we all got to get on.
Right.
Yeah. So, if that's how it went, it could be true that he wrote that shit for Buddy, and then, but I don't think it is. But it could be.
Could be. I mean, same thing with what's my dude's name? They used to be here at Rhyme Fest and Jesus Walks.
Yep.
I used to think that nigga was lying when he was saying that shit. When we was up at, I came in a little spot in Glendale we used to go to every Wednesday night. But
I knew he wasn't. I remember when he brought his Grammy.
But Kanye wasn't out back then. And this was like way before Jesus Walks came out. I write for this nigga in Chicago, man. Jesus Walks, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, like I said.
You know what I'm saying? But you had a lot of people back then that always
said shit
like that and said shit from like other cities that was known for rapping.
Yeah.
So you would kind of believe them. It's kind of like, nigga, we didn't have no proof back then. So
I remember. Only reason I remember, and like I kind of believed him initially, we had the same barber.
yeah, I remember you talking about that.
And, because initially, Kanye just bought the song from him. And then he doubled back later on. He bought it from him on some ghostwriter shit.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't have to put his name in the
No, he didn't
credits.
put none of that.
He ended up putting his name in the credits. But initially, when he sold him the song, I remember Rhymefest was dusty.
Yeah.
The nigga showed up.
That's why nobody believed him.
Well, the nigga showed up one day and he was clean and he had a new motorcycle.
Yeah.
And my barber was like, "Damn, what you got going on?" He's like, "Man, I sold a song," and he told us that. And then fast forward like a year later, the shit blew up, and Buddy put him on the thing. And I remember he brought the actual Grammy to the barbershop.
That's what's up.
And then remember he was supposed to come out with an album. Well, he did.
And they came out with a mixtape.
And he came out with an album too, and it was trash.
Because the mixtape was trash. That's
The
what I was
mixtape
saying.
was trash, and the album was trash.
I don't remember the album.
Because he, of course, my barber trying to support, so he had like the promo posters and shit up in the barbershop. That album came out. I tried to listen to it. Glad I ain't buy it. My barber at the time was one of the biggest bootleggers in the city. So I got that nigga album from him for.
I don't even remember where I got the mixtape from. I just remember somebody gave it to me.
Yeah, it was trash.
There was one song on there that I liked. I can't remember the name of it. But he was talking about this chick that he was messing with and how she was playing him.
He one of them niggas that don't have a voice for rap.
Right.
Like some niggas' pens be fire, but they don't have a voice or the persona for rap. Like, there's another nigga that write for Kanye named Consequence. You know what Consequence
I
is?
heard Consequence.
That nigga's pen is fire. He does not. He's like when he does the music himself.
It's horrible, huh?
Boo.
Who else is like
Boo that man.
So that's that Sauce Money or somebody from East Coast. He was real good ghostwriter.
Bunch of them niggas is
He
like
came
that.
out with a motherfucking album and it just did not take off.
That's how King Los is from out on the East Coast. He wrote down there everything Diddy dropped over the last 5-6 years, but his shit does nothing.
That's crazy.
And some niggas just ain't got the.
Nah, they know.
Yeah, I remember when back in early 2000, when I was dripping and running and acting a fool, my cousin baby daddy, his name Paul. That nigga, black and ugly as ever. Like it good, cool, good nigga, rap his ass off. But he ain't got the voice for it. He ain't got the look for it. And I remember the nigga was like really trying to sell me. You know, that's back when I had all the jewelry and 20 gold teeth and no shirt with the tattoos. And
Right.
He like, bro, let me write it. You rap it. We gonna make some money. He like, nigga, and we'll just do this. And I'm thinking in my head, nigga, the second I blow up and your cut ain't right, you goddamn it be all on anybody that'll listen shit talking about how you wrote everything I said. The first time you get 10,000, you think you're supposed to get 20.
They gonna be all over you.
Yeah. Cause you gonna be wanting a piece of my shows and shit. I gotta go on the road and do this. You gonna be wanting a piece of my show. The first time you don't get your cut, you gonna be on media takeout, say cheese, all that. That nigga don't write nothing.
I was never around nobody like that wanted to write for other people.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like I never even thought about it.
He was trying to sell that shit to me hard too, and I'm like, bro, he like, man, bro, I promise you, this shit's gonna work. Like, I'm like, nigga, no, like I don't want to be a rapper, nigga. Like, that's not even what I want to do with myself.
That's
even the
funny.
little few songs that I was on when I was fucking with Sponge and all them. It was just because I was there and I could put a few words together. Nigga, I don't want to do this like all the time, nigga. I got a 16 every 2 months, nigga. I don't have...
Not every day.
Yeah, not every day. Not multiples either, nigga. Like,
That's crazy.
yeah, I'm gonna live with this same 16, nigga, for the next 2 months.
But yeah, they said the nigga put that curse on that man and blew his fingers off.
I wouldn't doubt it though.
He went off on him though.
He get on my motherfucking nerves, so I don't feel bad for Buddy.
Talking about 4 extras.
Yeah, they get on my nerves. Some niggas just shouldn't be famous, but you know, more power to them.
Hey, no jumper does that.
Yeah. Since we sticking with rappers,
Uh-oh.
a federal judge has ruled that Megan Thee Stallion and Roc Nation cannot dismiss Megan's former cameraman's sexual harassment lawsuit.
When the fuck did this happen?
It happened a while back. I think we talked about it. I'm not sure if we did, though. Long story short, her cameraman, which is a gay guy,
No.
Alfonso something.
That's the problem. They had the wrong nigga on the camera.
She forced him to record her fucking a girl in the back seat.
Oh, shit, she got the wrong nigga
Yeah.
on the camera.
Yeah, that's according to him. That's what somebody was like, nigga, what's the problem with that? I'm like, nigga, that man's gay, nigga. Could you imagine if a gay nigga was like recording me fucking this man? He's like, what, nigga? No. Like, that's not enjoyable. I don't want to see this.
I get it, but they had the wrong nigga on the camera. She
Yeah.
should have got somebody that she knew
But
was going to be watching the right way.
let me read it. A federal judge has
You
ruled
could
that
just smell
sexual...
everything, too. I bet she smells like chocolate.
A federal judge has ruled
Yeah, I love Megan.
that the sexual harassment...
I call her legging.
Yeah, them legs are serious. And the retaliation lawsuit filed against Megan Thee Stallion by her former cameraman, Emilio Garcia, can proceed through litigations.
Oh, she got the wrong mother. He was Latin.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't want to smell that chocolate chocha. He's like, ooh, yeah. He hit the fan on.
Them fans. U.S. Oh my God. The U.S. District Judge Gregory H. Woods concluded that Garcia has presented enough evidence to support claims that he endured a hostile work environment, allegedly tied to a sexual orientation. Garcia, who is openly gay, alleges that while working with Meg, he was subjected to repeated mistreatment. This included an incident in Ibiza in 2022 where the rapper allegedly engaged in a sex act with another woman in front of him. The lawsuit also claims
He could
she
walk
had,
out.
no, she made him record it.
Oh,
The lawsuit also claims she attempted to assault him with the remote and hold on.
why she put up his butt?
No, I hit him. Alleged she attempted to the friend-in-law's remote and made demeaning comments about his physical appearance. According to Garcia, these actions were initially directed at him because of his sexuality. Judge Woods noted in his ruling that Garcia plausibly pleaded alleged sexual encounter in the SUV created a hostile work environment, and he was later harassed and eventually fired.
Yeah. First of all, he shouldn't have been there.
Yeah.
Then he seen them two clams come out, and he was like, "Oh no,
Yeah, it's
not this,
wait a second.
not again. I'm tired of this shit. I came out of one. That's the only one I ever want to touch." That's what he said. He said it was disgusting.
Ew.
What's that smell?
It's slimy.
Is that a snail trail?
Yeah. All on that back seat.
Oh my goodness, this guy is crazy.
Yeah, so they was trying to they got some high powered lawyers and all that, and they was trying to get it dismissed before they even went to court about it.
Sure.
And that's when the judge just ruled that he wasn't gonna dismiss it. They was gonna be able to, because I guess Buddy got some proof.
Yeah. He got them. He got the recordings with consent.
Yeah, so
He was forced to. So
Yeah.
I took some copies too. If I had to endure that as him, but if I was there, I'd been like,
I know if I was there, we Gucci.
it'd been like scratch and sniff, like,
Yeah,
oh, this is cool.
yeah. They were trying to set up a tripod.
Hell yeah. Or one of them new ones where they
follow
follow
you
you
around?
Yeah, you know, they got that type of technology.
I was looking at one of
nowadays.
them.
You know what I'm saying? You imagine this guy standing there with a ring light and then just trying to record all this, holding his nose. He clearly didn't want to smell all
Nah,
that.
he didn't.
You know what I'm saying?
He did not.
Why would she want him in the room?
Weird.
I guess.
They've been saying for a while that when Megan get drunk, she get on pure bullshit. That's what they were saying was the bottom line to the whole Tory thing. She get
on
drunk.
bullshit.
She get drunk and get violent.
She seems that way.
Yeah.
But both her parents are gone, right?
I don't know. I think so.
Yeah, she rapped about that in a song called Cobra.
Yeah, because I think the mom passed after she already got kind of famous.
Okay.
More recently, I think the dad had been.
Been gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But yeah, that's been the word on the street is 'cause that's where the whole Tori didn't shoot her thing came from. The best friend did because she found out that Tori had cracked the best friend. They got to physical altercation. Parents, according to the word on the curb, Megan went across Tori's head and the girl head. So the girl is the one that grabbed the pistol and got got to shooting at.
I wouldn't want to fight that monster either.
And they said that's how Tori supposedly got a little bit of gun residue on him because he knocked the gun out the girl hand when she was trying to shoot him.
Yeah. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially with a revolver. That shit's gonna pop out the back end anyway.
Yeah, so they said, and that's what they said. That's what the driver just came out and said happened too, and that's what one of the witnesses was supposed to say. That's what his initial statement said, but by the time he got to court, he had a whole different song and dance.
You got paid.
Yeah,
You got paid.
yeah. Even with the Tory thing, nigga, on the conspiracy of that shit, why they wanted this little black ass locked up? He ain't cracked the code on the music shit.
Yeah, that's right. He's about to get stupid rich.
He
Well,
had
he had
just
like a program, right? Or
he
app.
just did it. He remember them NFTs
Yeah, that's
was
what
a
it
big
was.
deal.
Yeah, that was him pushing that.
The nigga made an album and sold it as an NFT for $1 a copy, and sold like 1.5 million or 2 million copies in a day.
That's dope.
And then stopped selling them and let his fans mark the price up and sell them to other people for themselves. He was like, nigga, we can all make some money. He was like, nigga, I just made 1.5 in 6 hours.
Yeah, that's why they had to lock him up.
He was like, nigga, you niggas is not doing that, and I know y'all not, because I've been on a major label for my last 3 albums, and I didn't make nothing like that. The nigga got off the major label, did that, was bragging about it,
That's the problem.
and then voila.
Should have created the army first, then brag
Yeah.
about how y'all got away with it.
Yeah. You know how that goes.
Especially with these niggas right here. This is my last current. Fireworks. It's a burglars crash a vehicle into an East Side fireworks store.
Oh, wow.
It says it happened Wednesday before 4th of July. Morning to a bit. Police responded to a business Wednesday morning of a burglary on the east side. According to the IPD, thieves crashed a vehicle at a fireworks store located on 21st and Emerson at around 5:45 a.m. The thieves were able to get away. However, there was a large police presence in the area as IMPD searched for burglars. Drones and K9 units were assisting. It says the building houses a pair of businesses, whatever, blah, blah, blah. They said they checked the surveillance footage to see a car had backed into the entrance, and 5 or 6 people got out and grabbed fireworks as much as they can. So all the thieves were wearing hoodies and appeared to be young. Surveillance showed a car busting through the entrance. Yeah, we already seen that. It says IMPD responded quickly because officers happened to be at a nearby gas station. And luckily, there was a police officer pumping gas.
Oh.
And he got the call and he chased them on foot.
Oh, wow.
They didn't catch anybody, but we lost a few. They lost a few items and were overall the front doors. What? It says they didn't catch anybody, but we lost a few items and overall the front doors toast.
No, the doors are done.
Oh, okay, all right. Said, but we got lucky. So yeah, they didn't catch nobody.
But they didn't get wiped out either.
Nah.
If they'd have had more time, they'd have wiped their ass out.
Yeah, it's like fourth ain't the same no more.
Nah, hell no.
It just, I don't know.
Man.
It was fucking with me this year.
Bruh, I'm gonna tell you some shit that happened to me. So the 4th was on a Friday, right?
Yes.
So like Thursday, I wasn't feeling too hot. I was feeling like I was, you know, you feel like you're getting sick.
Yeah.
I felt like I was getting sick, like a summer cold type shit. And but the niggas at my workout crew had texted the group chat Thursday night, was like, hey, everybody's off work tomorrow, so we try to hit it at like 9 in the morning since everybody can be there. So I got up, went to the gym, we hit it 9 in the morning. I got home about 11:30, 12 o'clock. I ate something, took a shower. I sat right where you sitting at, and my whole shit went loopy. I went and laid down, bro. I did not wake up till 11:30 that night.
Damn.
And when I woke up, it was like I just woke up, used the bathroom, drank some water, text my daughter to pick me up some medicine whenever she was headed home.
Right.
She's like, well, Dad, I'm out doing it whenever. I'm going back to sleep. Just let me know when it's here. Nigga, I didn't wake back up till Saturday morning, 8, 9 o'clock. Then I laid in the bed all Saturday sick.
Shit.
Bro, I didn't start functioning like a human being again until Sunday evening, about 8, 9 o'clock.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm talking about head swole up, couldn't breathe, snotting, coughing up shit.
Friday, my stomach was fucking with me, but that was about it.
Man, it was all
Like, I had to
bad.
stay near the restroom. I didn't want to go nowhere.
It was all bad.
But I don't know. I think these fireworks are getting worse and worse every year.
Yeah. I didn't see nothing. Because I didn't come out the house all day Saturday either. So when I finally came out the house Sunday, it was still some remnants around of like fireworks happening. But
Motherfuckers spent all their money on fireworks,
Yeah.
getting them double ups.
you know, so yeah, it wasn't my fourth wasn't shit. Good news for the WNBA.
They get rid of Brittany Griner.
Never.
That's a man.
The WNBA announces it will expand to 18 teams.
I thought they didn't want the expansion.
They're getting it done.
Where we going? What's coming? Did they say?
Cleveland, Detroit, and Philadelphia.
Okay.
The Cleveland team will begin to play in 2028,
Damn.
followed by Detroit in 2029, and Philadelphia in 2030.
Why wouldn't they do 2 teams at a time? It seemed like they would make it
Cost too
even,
much
right?
money
Okay.
and the logistics of it. Because there's not a lot
How
of.
many teams are there now?
15, I guess.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't know
This is
about
gonna-
WNBA like
This is
that.
going to put them at 18.
Cool.
Yeah.
They need some more running mates.
Yeah.
I need them to come out with the non-binary league. See how that works out. GD's at the top. I heard that shit. I was like, what the fuck is that?
Titties at the top, dick at the bottom. Oh my god.
And then they can have their own lane.
Oh my
And
god.
then I guess you could say finally women can dunk. I mean, I'm just saying.
There's some women that can actually dunk.
No, they can. But not like the way
Not
they
like,
can.
not like Joanna, man. I got some quick hits. Chuck E. Cheese. Chuck E. Cheese launches Chuck's Arcade, an adult playground with booze and game and nostalgia. Basically like a Chuck E. Cheese version of Dave and Buster's.
That's what I was about to say.
Yep.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
They might as well put it make a casino.
Yeah.
That you can be real adult about it.
The family-friendly brand just launched Chuck's Arcade, a new concept built with adults in mind, designed for the fans who grew up surrounded by animatronics, pizza, and prize counters. The version is adults only, according to the company. Chuck's Arcade is all about celebrating the games and memories that define the generation of kids who are now old enough to drink.
You know that they inviting. You know what they inviting? Carnival.
Yeah.
If Carnival Cruises ain't letting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be. It ain't gonna be called Chuck. It's gonna be just called Chuck.
The adult arcade experience is already live in 10 cities across the country.
Somebody gonna be fucking in the balls.
Off top. With locations currently open in Texas, New York, Missouri, Oklahoma, Georgia, Connecticut, and Florida, and New Hampshire. More spots are expected to open soon.
No Midwest.
Not yet.
Well, I guess it said Oklahoma, but I don't count
Yeah, I
Oklahoma
don't count
as
them
Midwest.
either. There's Missouri.
Okay, all right. That's in the middle.
Yeah.
All right.
Each arcade blends modern gameplay with throwback favorites. Guests can rack up tickets, cash them in for prizes, and shop Chuck's exclusive merch line, which includes retro style Chuck E. Cheese apparel. While you won't get the full animatronic performance you remember, one character from the original Munch Make Believe band will be featured at each location. Think more display piece than showtime, but the vibes are still there.
What? So what happened to that grown ass McDonald's that was supposed to come out?
You know, I don't know. Shit don't be working, I guess.
Now they gonna go and make some grown ass. Well, I guess these motherfuckers do act like big ass kids.
Yeah.
So let them do it.
Yep.
I mean, but put some casino games in there though.
Let's see. Let's just say it was gonna have like nostalgia games and shit like that.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
I need to win my money back. Put a real coin pusher in that
Chuck E.
bitch.
Cheese. You do a lot more flying than me, but this will help you out.
What's that?
You ain't gotta take off your shoes no more.
Yeah, that's cool.
Travelers no longer have to remove their shoes to go through the regular line at TSA security checkpoints at airports.
Good, cause I've been thinking about it. Like, how do they fight the foot fungus
Yeah.
and all that shit?
Yeah, because a lot of motherfuckers be barefoot,
Ugh.
stepping on everybody else's barefoot ass germs.
Yeah, nasty,
I don't want to talk about
nasty.
that shooting in Philadelphia.
Nor the one here.
Northern one here, but I am going to talk about this one because this one was crazy.
Oh, up in Chicago.
Mellow Bucks.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Did you?
It's all over YouTube.
Yeah, 4 fatally shot, 14 injured in a mass shooting outside Mellow Bucks album release party in Chicago. But the 4 motherfuckers dead is like her entire family.
Yeah, and then one was her boyfriend too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No, he got shot. He didn't die.
The deadly drive-by shooting occurred at 11 p.m. Wednesday outside a lounge nightclub. The crowd that gathered at the release party, according to the police. Blah 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 blah. Crowd, yeah.
At an album release party.
Yeah.
And I think then there was the Ops neighborhood, wasn't it? The where the venue
I think
was.
so.
And like didn't know what, and it wouldn't even take nobody to even go live because they had been promoting that shit for the minute. So
They just knew where they was at.
that shit was crazy,
It
man.
was like her brother,
Yeah, her brother, or dude.
her dude, or I think her dad or some shit. Or,
Yeah, there was a lot of people from, like you said, from her camp.
Yeah, it was, and they were family members.
And unprepared.
Yeah.
That just goes to show niggas have no tact or coof anymore about who they want to get gangster with. Everybody got to go. I'm airing out this bitch.
They decided.
Air this bitch out.
They decided that there's no such thing as the Epstein list.
After when?
They just said it the other day. They just decided that there's no such thing as the Epstein list. Epstein wasn't doing nothing. And
So he killed himself for nothing?
yeah, because you know who was on that list.
Trump?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, T-Daddy was on that list.
So a Trump ordered investigation to the list, determined that there's no thing on the list. So now, what's her name? Epstein's right hand man, Ghislaine Maxwell, the lady.
I know you're talking about, but I can't
Remember they
pronounce
was
it.
moving her from place to place, and
Yeah.
her lawyers is like, all right, if wasn't nobody doing nothing, why is she in jail?
That's a good question.
If that's what we playing, if that's what we doing, what's she in jail for?
No, that's a good question. I'm with that question.
Yeah, so that's so I'm kind of keeping
I'm with that question.
I'm kind of keeping an eye on that right now because the lawyer like, all right, if that's what y'all doing, cool. But why we here? Why she got life? She got life for nothing. Because if he wasn't doing nothing, why she got life? Because she got life for being his helping hand.
Yeah,
But remember, she ain't telling nobody.
right. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah. But that's it for my currents, man. So I think it's about that time, man.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's take a breakity break.
It's that break time, baby.
Time to go back to the moon.
Samson. We back.
Yes, sir.
We back.
Yeah. Back to these Florida
We
men.
get into them Floridas.
Yeah.
How many you say you had?
I got one.
All right, well, I'll go after you.
This one is I call it open fire. It says Florida man opens fire on garbage truck while chasing it through Zephyr Hills.
Lord, not the garbage truck.
Yeah, it says an argument that began in the parking lot of the Zephyr Hills Wawa early Friday morning led to a man chasing a garbage truck while firing shots and a collision before sending 2 men to the hospital and another to jail. It says the backstory says officers went to the Advent Health in Zephyr Hills because they said a man showed up with a shotgun wound to his right forearm early Friday morning.
That the dump truck driver?
It might be. It said the victim told detectives that he was shot by his acquaintance, Quinson. I never heard this name. Quinson Deshaun Croson, 46.
Oh, wow.
After the two had a brief verbal exchange inside the Wawa located wherever. It says the victim told investigators that he believed Croson was intoxicated and suggested that he go home. Then
Say, nigga, go home.
Yeah, the encounter quickly escalated, and police say Croson allegedly followed the victim and his co-worker in a black GMC Yukon SUV, confronted them while they were seated inside their Waste Connections garbage truck. Witness statements and evidence indicate that Croson pulled a handgun from his vehicle and fired it several times at the garbage truck while chasing it through the city.
Jesus Christ.
During the pursuit, police say the SUV crashed into the garbage truck near Derry Road, causing the garbage truck's passenger side door to open and tossing the victim's co-worker from the vehicle.
God damn.
The man suffered non-life-threatening injuries and was later treated at a hospital. Says police say Croson left the scene in his damaged SUV. They say surveillance footage from nearby businesses as well as dash cam video provided by independent witnesses confirmed key elements of the incident, including the SUV's aggressive driving behavior, multiple gunshots fired, and the final collision between the two vehicles.
Well, shit.
Somebody named Lee positively identified Croson as the shooter. Investigators also confirmed that Croson is a convicted felon and is prohibited from possessing firearms or ammunition under Florida law. He was later located in Hillsborough County, arrested and charged with 2 counts of attempted homicide and 1 count of possession of a firearm by a convicted felon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was on pure bullshit.
Shot his homie in the arm.
And made
And
the other
chased him
nigga
down.
fly out the passenger's door. God damn.
He's a Johnny Five alive.
God damn. Alright. Man with the meth pipe accused of stealing the tourist train and taking the passengers on a ride before telling the cops, "It's my birthday, man."
On a train? A tourist
A
train.
Florida man is accused of stealing a novelty tourist train and picking up bystanders on the 4th of July before being arrested by Key West police. As the officers searched and cuffed Jonathan Patrick Winslow, 57, he told the police, "It's my birthday," and claimed to have once worked at driving the Couch Tour train. Winslow listed in jail records as an artist living in the Big Torch, Key, Florida, faces charges of burglary, grand theft auto, and possession of drug paraphernalia. He is being detained in Key West with a $60,000 bond.
Damn.
Police were called to the coach train depot around 11:30 a.m. on Friday on reports that a train had been stolen, according to arrest documents. Winslow is accused of arriving at the depot, leaving his Kia still running, and taking off with the popular tourist train, leaving employees confused.
Damn.
As the 57-year-old allegedly drove the train, which had GPS trackers on it, he even picked up 2 random passengers, according to officials. An employee was later able to retrieve the missing train, and Winslow was apprehended at the southernmost point barrier. Police say the man appeared excited and talked at a rapid speech.
Oh, he was on something.
He's on meth. Body cam video captured Winslow alternating between expressing alarm about his arrest and claiming he was being unlawfully detained, as well as thanking officers and telling them he loved them. Elsewhere, he joked about creating some 4th of July drama and said that he was due to watch a dinosaur movie later that day with his grandson, according to authorities.
Oh,
In
Jurassic
jail,
World.
the police say they found another methamphetamine pipe in his socks. They found 2.
Damn.
They found one on the pat down.
That was a sucky ass pat down there.
Yeah.
They found it in jail.
The 57-year-old said it was a pipe for marijuana, but when tested, it contained methamphetamine.
Oh, he probably transitioned that pipe, but yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, it might have started off as a marijuana pipe, but it ended up as an ice pipe.
That's crazy, man.
These niggas is nuts, man. The Florida niggas never cease to amaze me, bro. Was that it for Florida's?
Yeah.
Alright, we got
You got here. You said you got a melanated?
I got a melanated.
Go ahead.
Oh shit, pardon me. My melanated goes to Kodak Black. Which coincidentally is some Florida shit too. Kodak Black receives the key to the city of Panampo Beach.
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that one, nigga.
Panampo Beach in Florida. Kodak Black receives the keys. Today, the city of Panampo Beach honored Grammy-nominated rapper and philanthropist Kodak Black with the key to the city, recognizing his outstanding generosity and lasting impact on the community. Born and raised in Panampo Beach, Kodak has never forgotten where he comes from. Over the years, he's donated air conditioning units to families during Florida's hottest months, handed out hundreds of turkeys during holidays, and made sure local kids always receive bikes and gifts every Christmas. He also makes sure local kids receive book supplies and book bags and all that good shit. And he also helped prevent homelessness by paying the rent for more than 200 families at least 8 times during times of economic say the word for me.
Epidemic?
No, economy.
Economic?
Economic. Thank God. Economic hardship. I remember when he did that.
Yeah.
He paid the rent for the entire projects that he grew up in for like almost a whole year.
That's dope.
Yeah, just every building. And plenty more.
Yeah, all them niggas went to Carnival Cruises.
No.
They had money to save.
Yeah, so shout out to Kodak, man. That's him and the mayor and all.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That one mayor looks like a Chinese Yoda.
He does. The one on the right.
Yeah.
They love Kodak down there, man.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
They love Kodak. He might be on pure bullshit 80% of the time. But that nigga, he's a good nigga.
He's good.
I saw the funniest video in the world. So the nigga just be, they call Kodak the king of like the side quests. Because he just be doing shit.
Yeah.
And he was running around just like collecting shit from fans one day. So a motherfucker caught this nigga at the gas station. He had on like some women's slides. He had on a UPS
Hat.
the
Visor.
The visor.
Yeah.
He had a security wand. and he ran up and it was a lady on a motorcycle. And he was like, "Hey, can I ride with you?" And she was like, "Sure, Kodak." And the nigga got on the back of her bike and they took off. The video, this nigga on the back of the bike with the security wand, like.
That's crazy.
So this nigga just be doing side quests.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Oh shit. Oh, my melanated goes out to me, nigga.
To you?
Yeah.
What you do?
I graduated child support
Shit,
2 weeks ago.
kudos to you, nigga.
And my job called me and they was like, "Do you know this is going on?" I was like, "No, I didn't know that, but thank you." You know what I mean? So now those days are over.
Kudos to you.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's a whole new chapter. It's about the time to have some fucking fun.
I got a long way. You see them 2 green letters on that TV stand?
Hey, I understand.
You know where them came from?
Oh, that's what that is?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never seen them like that.
Yeah, them the ones that threatened to take your license.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean,
When they sent me those, it cost me about $3 grand.
ooh,
Yeah,
I understand, man.
yeah.
But you know what I mean?
Got me
Shit.
paying child support for a motherfucker to live with me. Been living with me for
Understood.
2 years too. Can't get in court to get nothing done about it.
That's crazy.
They so foul. When my baby mama was moving and my daughter was moving in with me, she called down there and tried to get it switched over, tried to get me off of it.
Right.
They wouldn't let me off of it. She's like, well, what if I switch it over to me? She's about to move in with him full time. He's like, the only way that can happen is if he pays whatever rearages he got,
Oh yeah, you gotta get caught up.
and then we can switch it over to you.
That's crazy.
And I've been trying to get down there into a goddamn to get down there to see a motherfucker. They won't let my baby mama's tried to take me off of the shit.
They won't do a lot of shit,
They
bro.
won't do it no more. They say I gotta have a lawyer. Every lawyer I talk to will charge me $2 grand per clause number. I got 3 clause numbers. So I gotta give them motherfucking $6 grand just to get into court.
Hey, I feel you. That's why I'm like, I'm out of that shit. They stole some money from me. Well, not them particularly, but they didn't do
That
nothing
whole
about it.
ordeal.
Yeah, they didn't do nothing about it to get it, and I even gave y'all proof that it was a thing.
That it was stolen.
You know what I'm saying? So
So I'm missing money. She didn't get the money.
yeah, and y'all gonna come after me.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, like I said, like I always say, it's just money. But at the same time, I'm out of that system. I'm graduated from it. It's over.
Glad you off of it.
I'm just glad I stayed on it. So you kept it on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Doughboy just made that same celebration probably about 6 months ago.
Understood.
Made that last payment. That nigga, he said he said they didn't stop, and he had to call him
Oh shit.
like, hey, and they ended up having to send their money back.
They will.
Yeah,
Oh, they definitely will.
they ended up
That's
having
one
to send
thing
their
they will
money
do.
back.
That is one thing they will do.
They said they thought his daughter was in school, so they was still.
Like thinking and being is two different things, and y'all need to get on y'all shit.
Like my oldest is a college student, so they still,
Oh yeah.
even though she about to be 21, they still busting my head.
And so I didn't know what happened with that, and I left it. Hey, it is what it is.
Hey, congratulations, brother.
Right on.
Congratulations. Yeah, that's a hell of a millionaire bag.
Boy,
Congratulations.
especially when you're doing the right thing.
Yes, sir.
You know?
Like I said, nigga, I'm paying for a mother that lives with me.
Right.
She just walked in here a little bit ago. I made her a steak for dinner. I bought her 2 cars this year.
Facts. Facts. That is true.
God damn, dog. Bought her 2 cars this year, god damn it.
I got that nigga's hairline.
You stupid.
I do.
You do?
Look.
You do? It is.
I'm gonna get some curls. I just seen what I should go to now.
Oh my lord.
I'm gonna get some curls.
Get some curls.
Yeah, celebrate.
I'm gonna be looking like you in a second, boy. I had about 15
man.
new grays pop up
Oh,
in the front of my beard 2 days ago.
They starting to travel back up.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, oh shit.
They hit me
I'm
all
turning
in
into
the
Papa
front.
Smurf.
I was in the mirror. I said, oh man, look at all that. My grandmama said something to me about it. I said, oh, and I hadn't paid no attention. I looked in the motherfucking mirror. I said, oh Lord.
I remember when it was just a streak of gray. And shit, and Antoine was calling me Gizmo.
I thought about him the other day, man. Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace.
One of his pages on one of these platforms is still active.
His mom.
I don't know, but it was one of the ones that I wasn't friends with him on.
Okay.
I think it was like Threads maybe or something like that.
I don't know what that is.
And they suggested him as a friend.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, damn, my nigga. Because I know I'm friends with him on like Instagram and Facebook.
Right.
But they suggested him on, I think it was Threads. And I said, oh man, my nigga, man. Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
Man.
Oh man, another RIP before we get out of here. Before we do fecals, my nigga Lil Tony, his grandma Lolo just passed. Is a hell of a woman, boy. Rest in peace, Lolo.
Yeah, rest in peace.
I almost forgot about that. She passed like 2 days ago. Hell of a lady. It's fecal time.
Yes, it is. I got two.
I'm gonna go in between you.
The first one is called At the Wheel. A trucker asleep at the wheel in broad daylight slams into stalled traffic on interstate.
Ooh, Lord, no.
Yeah, he disassembled 5 people.
Yeah.
It
If
says,
he fell asleep, he was going full speed.
yeah. The trucker in Texas allegedly fell asleep at the wheel of his 18-wheeler in the middle of the day, Saturday, while driving on Interstate 20, causing a deadly crash and pileup that included 2 other semis and 3 cars and claimed the lives of 5 people.
Jesus Christ.
The driver, Alex Asmani Gonzalez Campagnani.
Jesus.
They didn't like him. Gave him too many names. Or no, he got 2 last names because he's Hispanic.
Yeah.
All right, so that's just his middle name. All right. But he's 27. He's facing charges of manslaughter and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon for alleged attacks. It says he's being held on a $1.5 million bond. It says he stated that he fell asleep. This is what the Texas Sergeant Kyle Bradford said. They are obviously they are obviously doing more research, but that is what he stated. It says he was allegedly driving west on I-20 in Kaufman County when he said he began snoozing at the wheel.
That's crazy.
The traffic was stopped near the Hiram Road Bridge when he allegedly sped into the victims. Someone says it was a big boom. This is Shelly Timms. She witnessed it about 2:40 p.m. Says that's all she heard was a big boom. And then somebody else says she said she saw Gonzalez allegedly slam into a Ford F-150 that cops say was carrying 5 people and was stalled in traffic. 4 of the individuals were pronounced deceased at the scene, and the 5th was hospitalized in critical condition, and another person died in the pileup, so further ahead.
God damn.
So yeah, it just said everything else is like some people's comments and stuff like that. It don't really help.
Rest in peace to them people.
Yeah.
And buddy need everything he get, because when you drive something that large, you
ain't got no room to fall asleep.
Yeah, and when you go to school for that shit, you learn how important it is not to.
Yeah,
because that ain't even, man, motherfucker too big.
Too big, and you can't slow down fast enough.
Yeah.
It takes about a football field.
Yeah.
But did you hear about all the fake CDLs and shit that were given out in the South? So between Florida, Texas, and I believe Louisiana,
bootleg CDLs.
They was at the DMV, and people was just.
I believe it.
I don't know which foreigners or they were, but they're saying heavily within the what you call them people from Haiti, not Haiti, the other side, Dominican.
Yeah.
So Dominicans and
I believe it.
And South Americans and stuff.
When I was at the DMV one time with one of my daughters getting her either her permit or her license, one of the two. It was I couldn't tell if he was African. Well, he's probably African because the Haitians speak more like French, right?
Like we've had this. It's kind of
because
Africans speak French too. So.
I think he was just African, but he was talking to the lady, and you could tell he was asking for like some under the table shit, and I think he had the wrong lady. Cause she
almost
was
exposed.
Yeah, he almost exposed the scheme.
Yeah,
because he was sitting next to me, and when he was talking, I was looking at the lady. I don't know if he had the wrong lady or
she probably thought you heard.
If the lady saw me hear what was going on, because I looked at her like, what the hell? And she was like, I don't know what you're talking about, sir. Like, dun dun dun. And he was like, what? No, he was showing her the shit. Like, and she was like, I have no clue what you're talking about. We don't do that here. Like, but like, I don't know if he had the wrong woman or she just saw me see.
She was up on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But either way, some funny shit was going on.
All the time.
Yeah.
That shit's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
But they had shit. It was like I want to say like a over $20 million scheme of that shit. They had been doing it for like the last 4 years.
It was
Motherfuckers that got picked up for it, like over like 20 people.
right before I got my L's back, and I was about to do it. I knew a motherfucker. And you know, I've discussed the situation with my L's and my case and all that shit that happened on here before. But in the process of that, I had found a motherfucker that could get my shit back to me for like $300. Like it was like whatever you got going on, they can get rectified. Give me $300, I'll fix that shit, and you'll be reinstated. And then, which I was gonna do, and then shit just played out in my favor with my lawyer, and it was just easier to go.
I say it's probably better.
Yeah, of course. In the long
Something
run,
looked out on you on that one.
Yeah.
Something didn't want you to go down that path.
Exactly.
Because like, where would it lead?
Exactly. Somewhere fucked up. But alright, it's my turn for these figures, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Like I said, my whole shit was in Florida this time. My melanated, my Florida man, and my fecal.
Shit, I don't remember where that last one was. It didn't say.
This is
Texas.
Florida man convicted of killing teen, protecting his 5-year-old sister during a home invasion, is headed to death row.
Dang.
A man convicted of killing a 15-year-old boy during a 2019 home invasion has been sentenced to death. Ryan Cole was convicted of stabbing Kyler Edmond while the teen was protecting his 5-year-old sister. Sheriff said the investigators have concluded that the attack was random and Cole didn't have any relationship with anyone in the home. A man continued bringing Charlotte home and killing a teenager inside of protecting his little sister. On September 26, 2019, Charlotte County deputies went to the area of blah, 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 blah. Investigators reported reports of an injured man running through the neighborhood. At the time, someone called 911 and reported that an unknown man had entered his home. Deputies responded to the home and were able to take the intruder into custody. After a short foot pursuit, the man, now identified as 27-year-old Ryan Clayton Cole, had several stab wounds on his hands and sides.
Damn.
While canvassing the area, deputies reported that another burglary had taken place and later identified as a deceased juvenile, later identified as 15-year-old Kyler Edmond, was found in that home. The teen's 5-year-old sister was also found inside the home. She was not harmed. The sheriff said that Kyler was fatally stabbed during a scuffle with Cole, and Kyler tried to protect his younger sister during the invasion of their home. Deputies said that they believed that Cole also received his injuries inside the same residence during the violent encounter. So basically, the young man fought for his life. And fought for his sister's life.
How old was he again?
15.
Okay.
Colonel said the investigators have concluded that the attack was random and Cole didn't have any relationship with anyone in the house.
He's a serial killer.
Yep, a jury convicted Cole on first-degree murder, first-degree burglary with assault and battery, and burglary. They recommend the death penalty. This week, the judge sentenced Cole to the death penalty for first-degree murder, life in prison, and first-degree burglary with assault and battery, and 5 years in prison for burglary.
Damn.
Yeah. It's a whole bunch of other shit, but it's a bunch of nonsense. Basically, he ran in that motherfucking house for no reason.
Yeah. He was on some damn shit.
Tried to get at the little girl, the 15-year-old. Fought his ass off, apparently, to save his sister. And lost his life in the process, but Sound like he gave Buddy a hell of a run for his money too.
Yeah.
He said he had other
All the
stab
way.
wounds on him.
So this one is Staten Island.
New York?
Yeah, it says Staten Island man. It says Staten Island man charged with hate crime after allegedly plowing his car into a barbecue. Barking, go back to your country.
Oh, shit.
The 30-year-old man faces hate crime charges after a terrifying ordeal where he allegedly drove his car into a crowded yard during a barbecue at a New Brighton home. A 55-count indictment alleges that Larry Adeyanyu used his car as a 3,000-pound weapon
Jesus Christ.
that injured one adult and frightened children due to what he believed was their national origin. Adeyanyu intentionally hit parked cars, blasted through a fence, and crashed into the front of a home around 10:30 p.m. Why was they out there that late? On April 4th, on the 300 block of wherever. The defendant lives on Western. Who cares? The victims were having a barbecue with family and friends.
Were they Spanish?
They didn't say it.
Because if they were, they out there at that time of night, nigga, that shit going on all day.
Oh, okay.
My neighbors across the street be getting to it, but they always come over and ask it. You know, they let me know.
Yeah.
So they all right with me.
So the victims were having a barbecue with family and friends when the alleged attack occurred during a disturbing encounter with Adeyanyu. Before entering his car, the defendant approached the victims and allegedly hurled an ethnic slur. And
He sound like he ethnic.
I know, and other insults, including "Go back to your country" and "You don't belong here." Says Adeyanyu was driving the 2025 Honda HR-V that jumped the sidewalk as it smashed into two parked cars, a gray Volkswagen Jetta and a white Honda Civic. The Honda blasted through a fence, tore through the yard, and into the home where at least some of the victims were standing. The car struck one of the victims, causing substantial pain to the back, shoulder, leg, hand, and wrist. And then the victim was taken to the Richmond University Medical Center in West Brighton. The individual hit by the car was a 30-year-old man with the knowledge of whatever. Adeyanyu have been indicted on multiple counts. They don't say what these people are, but indicted on multiple counts of attempted assault and assault as a hate crime, reckless endangerment as a hate crime, attempted assault and assault, reckless endangerment. What the fuck? Who wrote this?
That's how them charges be wrote out.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. It's always a clusterfuck of words.
All right. Reckless endangerment, reckless driving, endangering the welfare of a child, criminal mischief, and unlicensed operation of a motor vehicle. Damn, so he didn't have no money, but how did he get to 2025? The defendant was convicted of criminal possession of a forgery device with intent to use in July 2019 the Supreme Court in the Bronx and sentenced to 1 year in jail. He has pleaded not guilty to all charges and has been remanded to Rikers Island. He is due in state Supreme Court in St. George on June 30th. So that just passed. It says whatever. Somebody's attorney and whatever. It don't say what happened or what these people were. Or what he was. Wish they would get to it. I mean, how you gonna call it a hate crime when we don't know what's going on? But that's it though.
Yeah, well, if he told them they had to go back to their country before he decided to run them over with a car, that's a hate crime.
That's funny.
Like, I've seen some videos that had me cracking up the other day.
What's that?
Mexicans down there in Mexico telling white folks to get the fuck out their country and go back home.
You know when that started? When that started? We had talked about it. When they was getting mad at the Mexicans for having the mariachi bands on the beach.
Yeah.
And we was sitting like, how the fuck you gonna tell somebody in their country what to do?
Yeah.
But they got like you said, they getting tired of them gentrifying everything.
Yeah.
And turning it into whitewash America and been raising the rent for the last 5 years on their ass.
I'm seeing the videos they running up on your white ass out my country.
Oh, did you see what they was doing today? Like the closets and shops and shit. Like all the, they was fucking that shit up. Yeah, because they was like, yeah, y'all the reasons that this shit's going up. We don't need all this shit.
Oh, the white folks been going down there trying to make
They
it.
be gentrifying shit. So,
Them motherfuckers is cancer.
so when they going down there doing this shit, they like, yo, this is our fucking country. Y'all motherfuckers snuck in here just to come in here to pay cheaper rent, and now y'all, since y'all been coming, a lot more people been coming, and
And now y'all raising this shit up.
They raising the rent.
Y'all making it what you ran from.
Yep.
And that's the wildest shit in the world to me.
They was like, we was like, the locals can't even afford to buy groceries for themselves.
That shit's so wild to me because I mean, if you know the history, goddamn it, Texas and half of California, some other shit was all Mexico. Till we took it from them.
Mm-hmm.
So now you done already took the shit and made it to the U.S. We won't let them come into the U.S. Then you want to go down there and run this shit up.
Because you know, essentially, where we sit on the Midwest,
It's like the end of it.
No, we're essentially an island.
Yeah.
Because of the river systems and shit that connect from whatever lake to,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, the ocean.
From the Great
down to
Lakes.
the Gulf. And shit, they saying that the east portion of America, North America, is well, United States, I should say, is an island.
Yeah.
Essentially, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, you know, how the fuck you go to somebody else's country and tell them what to do? That's just like the bitches that go to Dubai and think they can go over there and yell
Ain't that
at
what they
niggas.
been doing though?
But they been getting locked up too.
I know. What I'm saying. Like since the beginning of time. That's what they've been doing.
Yeah.
That's what they think they can do.
Yeah.
Times is a changing.
Yeah, times are changing. America's not number one no more.
Nah, hell nah.
We not number one in technology.
Never been.
We're not number one in smarts.
Nah.
All we doing is keep going further back because we keep pushing up the curve.
You know, we only number one in
Shit talking.
well, and we'll kill everybody.
Oh, and nuclear.
Yeah, we'll kill. We'll kill everybody.
What we calling this one?
We'll kill everybody. Nah. Damn, you said it earlier and I forgot.
What?
It was one of the things that we was laughing about. Damn, I done forgot.
I forgot too.
I done forgot. Oh no. Chocolate clam.
Got you.
That's what it was.
Chocolate clam. Oh yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
He was forced to.
I thought about it earlier, then I forgot.
He was forced to do the unthinkable, which I would have done without thinking. Shoot, I'd have been back there looking.
No hesitation.
Like I said, scratch and sniff. It's right there in front of me.
No hesitation.
Shit.
Told you I had them on a tripod. They'd have looked up. I'd have been right there with them. I'd have been holding somebody's hair.
Boy.
Let me hold your hair while you do that. While you take care of that business.
Yeah. Are you enjoying that?
Yeah. Let me hold both of your hair.
Taking a little selfie and shit.
Yeah. While you handle this business here. While you handle this business.
She should have got somebody that wanted to be there, I guess.
But I guess like I said, I read like further into the lawsuit. Not even like being funny about it, but like he was saying, and I don't know if he just put some spin on it, like some extra shit. But he was saying like she did that because he was gay. Like,
yeah.
You sure you gay? Like, watch this, like type shit.
And she grossed him out fully.
Yeah.
Fully. You're killing me, Smalls.
Killing me, Smalls. We out here, yo.
All right, y'all have a good week.
Peace.
Peace.